Topic of today is
Topic of today is really like trending. War in Ukraine. Okay, Kosovo.
will ever finish war in Ukraine.
They're definitely gonna finish.
Why it takes so long?
Why it takes so long? Because there's a lot of people fighting, but they're like not really capable. They're
No,
not
but they
really
get
capable
these
soldiers.
arms from Europe.
No,
Yeah,
that's not
helpful.
enough. That's not enough. So see the numbers, okay? So they already lost all the airplanes they have.
Weapons,
No, airplanes.
airplanes.
They lost all the airplanes they have. They don't have any more airplanes.
No, but apparently they send in them more, or no?
No, nobody will send in airplanes. They lost the airplanes. That's it.
So now, what,
So now
country
see
that's
now
surviving?
it's only artillery war, and like Russia has way more, like 10 times more artillery, and like I don't know how much there is like
Now, why
airplanes,
are
but
they
not
not
all.
going to give up?
Or if you see how it all started, like you know, people are brains they're like completely washed out by something, you know. When you see the history, you know, they think that the Russians are responsible for the Russian Revolution. They call it like that, the Russian Revolution, but that's not true, you know. I will never call it Russian Revolution, you know. If you like see the names and the who is like it was insider and like who financed it, there's no any like second thought who's like responsible for Russian Revolution. I can say that on the video. I can't say that on the video. You know who that, you know who are those people. But the finance was more like by the bankers. You know, there was some like a communist revolution all over the world. You know, but the main target of all that communist revolution was actually the Imperial Russia. So the Imperial Russia like helped the French fight the English. United States really like needs to thank the Russia for its like independence, and like there's a French helping, but like it would never be possible
So when do you
because
think
the
it will
Russians
finish?
next year. Not this
What
year.
will be
next.
the moment that it will make that?
Well, they'll lose too much people. They lost too much people, like 500,000. Not real like dead, but you know, wounded, missing, not capable of fighting. No,
Will
not at all.
Ukraine will be part of European Union?
No, it's not gonna happen. You know.
No, but that's what the media is showing, no?
No, that's not the video showing. Like they want like complete chaos. I told you like, what happened. Like in the ancient Rome, you will sacrifice the horse. Okay, that's what those people want, who are absolute power. Right? They want an absolute power. They're not. They will lose everything. Rather, they're not having it at all.
So who makes money on the war now?
It's not about the money. They have all the money they need. If you know how money is created, it will never be enough. That's why the Imperial Russia was in every like country. Like you have in any country like fighting against the central banks. So especially United States. United States gained like his independence because United States fought against the central bank of England and the bankers. Like you have the first American bank, the second American bank. You have like the greenbacks during like the Civil War. Like so, in the entire war from 1861 to 1865 was not about the slavery. Like there was like still slaves even like after that period. You know, the bankers they need any like excuse to divide the American people. And like in that time,
And it's working, no?
But it always works. If people are not like if the people don't know what's happening, it always works. It always worked that way. So imagine you were like the Tsar in like Russia. You know, there was a letter that the Tsar and Tsarina wrote, and they like mentioned like the stupid people, the stupid villagers. Like, what do they know? Like, the stupid people. Like, and like when you see like they gain money, like the communists, the Bolsheviks, they get the money from the bankers. Like, more people died than in any revolution till then. People starving, people like, but what do they know? Like, they only do their land, they only like pay a little bit of taxes. They like, what do they know? Like, and that's why that was like forced by a propaganda from the bankers. It's not going to work, you know. There's always going to be in our society people who are less fortunate. It's always how the system works, you know. But it doesn't mean you can like collapse everything on yourself. You know, that's like the story of like the fox and two small bears. The two small bears find the cheese in the forest, and like whoever like divided by the two, you know, it's everybody gets more or less on. And so the fox can, no way I will like settle down for you. So the fox always eats a little bit less, so they get no cheese at all at the ending. You know. That's how this works. But when you see the Communist Manifesto, the 10 rules each state needs to have, like in those 10 rules, it's like the central bank and like the centralization of the monetary system. And like for example, in United States, after the Titanic got sunk in Atlantic Ocean, the captain, which was captain for like 35 years, that's not possible to be so much of the curse in that time, and the captain survived, which is very unlikely. And there was like passengers hearing gunshots during like escape from Titanic, and there was also a lot of people which opposed to the central bank of the United States. And after that, 1 year later, 1930, you get a central bank of United States, the Fed, Federal Reserve, which was not the state-owned, and like it's like Fed is like a federal is FedEx. Yeah, there's nothing federal in like Federal Reserve. It's a completely private bank.